selling your home is a big decision. But what if you were also moving internationally at the same time? Well, that's exactly what my client, Peter, just had to navigate. And in this interview, he shares what it was like working with me, from some of the strategic game plans and communication we used to maximize his sell price, how I helped work through and kind of manage some of this international relocation and logistics, and some challenging negotiations at the tail end of it right before closing. So if you're thinking about selling your home and want a smooth, stress-free experience, especially with complex logistics, this is one conversation you don't want to miss. Let's dive right in. So first question, Peter, what made you decide to trust me and my team in terms of selling your home, and did we exceed your expectations?
When I met you first time, it was actually, through Marianne. I know if I can mention her.
Totally.
You are like a substitution for her. And since first meeting, I was in big confident in you because you know the situation locally. You know my situation. I told you exactly what's going on. And you helped me actually with everything what I asked you for. You gave me straight answers. Some hidden things that I need to ask you all over. And you even helped me to fill, forms which I didn't understand completely. Everything was absolutely, since beginning, was like, I got feeling that you are my friend who I know for years. So
Thank you.
My expression in the beginning.
Thank you, Peter. That's awesome. So now, working together, what would you say was the most valuable piece of advice, or like the most important thing that I helped you out through the process with?
First, actually, it's very valuable for me because, always sellers want to have the most money which they can get. But after talking to you, it was just my dream, of course, yeah. But according to other houses which were sold in my area, it was very reasonable to do this price. We discussed it a lot. You told me, you educate me actually to understand more about this. So it was working perfectly for me. Plus another thing, not just price for my house. I know it was very good. It was still kind of higher according to other houses which were sold in the past. But another thing what I appreciate a lot, your actually information about what's going on. That I didn't know to call you before what happened to me, before actually when I sold my first house, second house, third house, that I have to call and ask actually after, 2-3 weeks, what's going on. I haven't heard from you, but always heard from you what's going on. I just appreciate it.
That's awesome.
To be informed exactly what's going on.
Oh, thank you. So communication was key, and making decisions based on the data of the market versus any other drama about what else was going on. And you appreciated being just the communication. So that's awesome. Now, here's a question. What challenges came up during the process that we were able to kind of work through?
The biggest challenge, I think, was when I have to admit that I have some issue in my house, that leaking of my carport, that inspection, for my house. Of course, I'm builder and I'm honest. So, of course, it will come question from a buyer if I will let some company replace my roof on carport immediately. The big question, and what about the roof on your house? Of course, but you helped me with this to understand, of course, and I agree with this to make inspection even a roof from my house which didn't leak, but I know if my roof started to leak on my carport, that maybe sooner will start to leak on my house. So it will be better to do a repair before it starts to leak. So you help me a lot with this, communicate actually between me and buyer, and make some really good decision between me and buyer. But thanks to you, because I didn't talk to them.
Yeah, and I think that transparency was key, that we wanted to be upfront with the buyers, which I think kudos to you for doing the right thing and saying, hey, let's be transparent about the carport. And then, yeah, being creative and just collaborative with the buyers was able to make that successful in terms of that negotiation at the end to get it closed and handle a win-win situation for the roof there. So then last question then, Peter, if you were talking to a friend who's thinking about selling a house or doing something in real estate, would you recommend me and my services?
I will recommend you, of course, if I can put more stars than 5, I will give you more stars than 5. And one more question, unfortunately, you are not going to do any business here in Czech Republic. If you will extend your business, international to Czech Republic, and I'm looking for to buy or at least to rent apartment here in person, definitely you'll be first one to use.
Peter, I so appreciate that. I am here in Bellingham and kind of Whatcom County, Skagit counties. I'm not yet in the Czech Republic. You'll be the first to know if I do expand out there. But truly, Peter, it's been such a pleasure working with you and an honor that you've trusted me to kind of work through your relocation and moving internationally and just helping to take care of this sale for you. So I appreciate you and wish you the best.
I appreciate business with you, and thank you for the help again, because it wasn't just selling my house, plus tax return, which will help me a lot. It's still open. I know we have to do it next year, in the beginning of next year, and you helped me with this. Again, I just appreciate it, because I'll be lost completely if I don't have you how to do tax return next year.
Yep.
But
There's taxes
already. It's kind of set, and I'm ready for this, and I'm just happy for this, really.
And your money arrived internationally from the escrow company. Said we haven't sent money to the Czech Republic, but we worked with your bank over there to make sure it did show up. Correct?
It was working perfectly. I got money about 2 days ago.
Awesome.
I check it, of course. I'm checking this again because it's kind of dream for me to have such a big money here. I never had it in my life. So I'm checking, still money are in. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you for this. Yeah.
That's awesome. Peter, well, thank you so much. If you found this conversation valuable as I did, selling a home, especially when relocating or having complex logistics, right? It can feel overwhelming at times, but with the right strategy, expert guidance, and clear communication, it doesn't have to be. And if you found this interview helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share with anyone that might be considering selling their home or a complex move. I'll be sharing more stories like this and expert tips, so stay tuned.